Tara, and I'm here today with Ray Carrillo. He's with Keller Williams Realty, and we're going to talk about a topic that you would think, why is anybody talking about real estate in today's market? But first-time home buyers. And I know I kind of blindly went into buying my house and didn't know that there were really a lot of great seminars and programs that I could have taken for free to get more information. And you're teaching a first-time home buyers seminar that people can come for free and get some really valuable information versus like me, I just went in and didn't know what I was doing. But there's some fears, I think, when people start talking about buying their first home and going from being a renter to a homeowner. And I'm sure you get a lot of concerns and fears from people about what to do. And part of this is going to be addressed in your seminars. What do you do to that person who just says, look, I would love to buy a home. I would love to have that my own place and not be in an apartment, but I just can't afford to purchase a house.
Well, most of the time, that person is paying rent, $700, $800. Okay, instead of making that money grow in your home, you are throwing that money to the landlord, see? And you are not building anything. I mean, it's just that money just goes there and it's gone. If you buy your home, you are building equity, and most of all, it's your home. And I think you have experience.
Yeah, you know that. I was saying that I was paying, when I started to calculate the difference between what my rent was versus what a mortgage payment would be, it was a couple $100 difference. I mean, it was very insignificant. And the difference between, okay, over the course of a year, I'm going to spend, $13,000 to $18,000 a month and have nothing to show for it, versus spend, a little bit more and to have that to go towards a house that will build equity, it was pretty significant. The benefits of purchasing a home and putting that money towards a mortgage versus money towards rent.
That's correct, and it will be. I mean, real estate. Like right now, we live a moment where the real estate touched bottom, so it's going to improve each year, and that's why for a buyer right now, it's the perfect time to buy.
Because I would say this too, it's okay, I'm going to wait till the market gets better, but that's actually backwards way of thinking. You want to be buying now when it's the lowest price. I always talk about my grandfather. He was like the only one who bought stocks in the Depression when they were totally bottomed out and everybody was pulling out of the market, and yet then made quite a lot of money because he was buying at the lowest prices. And it's the same thing in real estate.
That's correct.
Right? So what about that person who says, okay, I'm on board, I can see there's just a difference a little bit in my rent, or in some people's cases, if they're spending quite a lot on rent, it might be the same as a mortgage. I understand now is a good time to buy, I just don't have a down payment. What do you do then?
There are different kind of programs out there, especially if you're doing like an FHA loan, or some banks have their own programs that you have to take a course. A lot of them are free, and it's just 15 days going once a week, and they will teach you and they will give you the guidelines, and once you have that, you are approved to get a CHAPA or whatever program they have in the market.
So I take this free class and I'm going to be able to get a better deal for my down payment, basically.
That's correct.
Doesn't sound bad at all. Okay, so now this is probably a big one you hear is, okay, this is what I can afford. Even with this CHAPA program down payment, I only have this amount to put down. This is not my dream home. This is not the area that I want to spend the next 15, 20 years in. This isn't the home that I want to, retire in. This is not my dream home. I really want to wait until I can purchase that home of my dreams.
Okay, let's talk about investment, because you can start doing that, purchasing your first home. Okay, if that's not your dream home, you can wait 2-3 years. I mean, even you can, once you are in another financial position, you can rent that house and it's yours. See? Or if the market, is good enough to sell, we can sell that house and get the equity and purchase a better house for you. We will work with you, and one of the things in real estate that I really like about it is that you make relationship for life. See? If I do a good work for you, if I protect your investment, if I protect your interest, you are going to be happy, and most of all, doing the transaction, we are going to build a relationship that sometimes is one of the things that I really like about real estate, that you build relationship. It's not just like a business thing, because you get into the most important part of a person or a family, that it's not a house, it's a home.
Yeah.
And it's one of the greatest, if it's not the greatest investment in your life.
Probably the biggest investment in most of our lives will be your home.
Oh,
For
yes.
sure. So your seminar is going to cover 8 steps to purchasing a home.
Yes.
And it's going to go through everything as far as making that decision to buy, how to make that decision, all the way through how to find an agent, how to get financing, how to do the closing. And then I like, too, you're going to be talking about what to do in the home once you're in the home to protect your investment. I think a lot of us just see signing the closing and that's the end, and you're going to take that a step further to talk about, well, what can I do to make sure I made a good investment and I value that.
That's part of the relationship that I'm talking about. Because if you have any concerns, I mean, you can call me and I will tell you, what improvements to do, what things not to do. I mean, at some point I will give you some of my experience, but the important thing is that you are going to make all the decisions.
Yeah.
See? My part in this role is to give all the information, so at the end you can make the right decision.
Make an informed decision. Well, you can find out more about Ray in the seminars that he's teaching, and if you know somebody who's thinking about buying a first-time home, this is great. You can go for free, check it out, get some information, and decide, is this something, am I ready to make that step to buy a home and take advantage of the market being what it is right now. So thank you so much for being with us today. You can find Ray on our information page here that we've listed with his information, and thanks for stopping by and sharing your expertise with us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.